everybody. Good morning to you. 6 a.m. here on your Thursday. I'm Grace McKenna.
And I'm Jim Stratman. Thanks for joining us here on WHAS11 and on WHAS11 Plus as we finally try to shake this rainy spell we've been in.
Ooh, it's been a long time, Matt, since we've had this many days in a row where I've gotten up and grabbed the umbrella or the raincoat or whatever just to make sure I can get out to my car.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yesterday, especially, it was just so dreary and just rainy, and it made me just want to sit inside and watch movies all day, which is actually what I did. And that's going to be a still similar pattern for us, at least for these next few hours of the morning. It's going to be a bit of a gray and rainy start for us, but better conditions expected to arrive later on this afternoon. Here's satellite and radar for us. You'll notice these showers still swirling around Kentuckiana this morning. Cloudy skies are still around for our morning, and also those temperatures staying cooler as well. So a very dreary beginning to our morning. Temperatures ranging in the mid-40s right now in Bedford, 45 as well in Elizabethtown, 47 near Louisville. Cloudy skies for us. This view is brought to us by the Shriners Children's Hospital in Lexington. Temperatures right now in the upper 40s, but those northwest winds beginning to pick up. That's going to help bring in some better conditions for us later into the afternoon. As of right now, light rain showers still will be around for the beginning of the day, so headed off to school, grab the umbrella, grab the raincoat, but on your way back, you really won't need it. But temperatures are still going to be ranging into those lower 50s with a few of those lingering clouds that will be breaking apart as we go later on into the day. So I'd say by 11 a.m. is whenever we'll start seeing these clouds begin to gradually break apart in the skies. The rain showers will be over with. They'll make their way farther off towards the east. And then as we enter the evening hours towards 6 p.m., that's whenever we will see more dry conditions arrive. We're going to stay dry and quiet throughout the overnight hours, and then we'll start our morning tomorrow, Halloween morning, with temperatures in between the upper 30s and the lower 40s. So a cooler start to Halloween. Here's the latest with Hurricane Melissa, still expected to stay far away from the eastern United States, but Bermuda is next for the impacts expected to arrive by Friday morning. Let's look at your weather details right now. Here's an update on the traffic across across Louisville this morning. We do have a holdup to report on that occurred a few moments ago. There is a crash that happened closer into the downtown area that's going to impact your commute just a bit. So here's an update on what you can expect here in the Louisville Metro. There is a lane closed and the right-hand shoulder closed due to a crash on I-64 eastbound at exit 5 onto I-65. Keep that in mind if it's part of your commute. Jim, Grace?
Matt, thank you. We are now in day 30 of the government shutdown, and the ripple effects are being felt right here in Kentuckiana. In just 2 days, SNAP benefits will run out.
According to the Associated Press, that means 42 million Americans will not get the essential money they need to be able to buy food. And now food pantries around the area and really around the country are preparing for this. Gabe Gonzalez joins us now in studio with more information on what you can do if you'd like to help or if you need help. Gabe?
Hey, good morning, Jim and Grace. Governor Andy Beshear said about 1.2 million people across Kentucky and Indiana rely on SNAP benefits. As of right now, those will stop going out on Saturday. And here's what you can do if you're in need. Many churches around Louisville, like Fairdale Area Community Ministries and Bethlehem Baptist Special Ministries, are giving out food. Plus, Feed Louisville, Neighborhood House, Dare to Care, Salvation Army, and the Joan Effect are all accepting donations. They're looking for items like canned goods and non-perishables. We also spoke to someone in Nelson County who is organizing a food drive. She told us she's been in this hard position before.
I just can't imagine being a parent and not being able to provide for your families. I mean, I've been there before, and I'm so grateful that I'm in a different place now, but I know what it's like.
Now, if you are able to donate, Bourbon City Kitchen and Trade Company in Bardstown is accepting $10 donations. It says can become a meal for one person, and we do have a list of food pantries on our website. In the next half hour of GMK, Governor Andy Beshear joined a lawsuit against the Trump administration for not paying out those SNAP benefits. Plus, we'll hear from a Republican congressman if there is anything that we could do for a temporary solution. Jim, Grace.
Gabe, thank you very much. Now, meanwhile, Head Start programs across the country, they may have to close their doors because of this shutdown.
Head Start provides education for children in low-income families, and the programs are expected to run out of money in November. Programs on a June funding cycle, like in Floyd County, Indiana, will be able to keep operating. But staff say they won't get enough money to feed kids because funds won't be coming in from the USDA. It's a concern for those who want to make sure no kid goes hungry.
The first 5 years of life is when 90% of development is done in the brain. And if you don't have quality for that development, then they end up struggling later.
Head Start in Floyd County says funding or no funding, they will work around the clock to ensure kids are fed.
Right now, Kentucky lawmakers are sending a strong message about the fate of Ronald Exantis, and that message is don't let him out a second time. 26 Kentucky House Republicans sent a letter to the Kentucky Parole Board requesting Exantis return to prison and not be re-eligible for release. They say that his actions in Florida make him a very serious threat. And in a statement, the Republican lawmakers say, quote, his proximity to children after such violent acts highlights the urgent need for strict measures to prevent any possible reoccurrence, end quote. Exantis admitted to killing 6-year-old Logan Tipton after breaking into a home in 2015. And earlier this month in Marion County, Florida, he was rearrested after he failed to register as a felon. Florida authorities extradited him back to Kentucky.
Right now, LMPD is encouraging you to help combat crime in a new way. Connect Louisville is a project meant to make police response to emergencies more effective. LMPD is asking business owners and residents to join its network of security cameras to give investigators more access to evidence. Mayor Craig Greenberg says the program will also strengthen the bond between LMPD and the community.
In addition to being a new piece of technology, it's a partnership with our community, built on trust, transparency, and shared responsibility. People don't have to wear a badge to help out, in this case, to help improve safety in their own neighborhood.
LMPD says only public safety officials will have access to footage and only in the event of a crime or emergency response. There are about 1,400 cameras in Jefferson County already integrated into the network. And in Hardin County, a landmark decision in the making for decades. Hardin County is getting another full-time ambulance.
Could be a game changer for people in Hardin County. The Judge Executive Keith Tall, he made that decision official yesterday. For decades now, residents out in the western part of Hardin County said they would have to wait up to 45 minutes for an EMS team to be able to arrive on scene. The decision now comes after the Hardin County Fiscal Court signed a lease agreement with the West Hardin Fire and Rescue to house the new ambulance and EMS crew out of the White Mills Fire Station. The announcement does hit close to home, especially for Michelle Gore, who lost her mom in 2014 after she suffered a medical emergency and just didn't make it to the hospital.
That I felt like I, myself as a first responder, had failed my mother, but I felt like the county had failed her more. And I think with this happening that there's going to be a lot less people having to have that feeling and carry that guilt with them the rest of their life.
Hardin County officials say it will cost about $300,000 to pay the salaries for the 6 full-time EMS workers they need to hire. Once that happens, the goal is to have them moved into the station by mid-November.
Happening today, the Cities United Violence Prevention Conference is coming to Louisville. The meeting brings lawmakers and community leaders together to discuss how to provide the best environment for young African Americans. Some of the topics include interrupting violence, dismantling inequity, and creating safe communities. Today's session started at 9 at the Galt House.